When you consider Hashem as a father, as a mother, He will be next to you.
I would like this morning to say a small Dvar Torah this morning about the Parsha of this week, Shlach Lecha. You know, the Parsha of this week talk about when the Jews were in the desert, Hashem prepared the Jews in the desert, give them the Torah, and from there they're supposed to go to Eretz Canaan, the land of Canaan, the land that Hashem promised to our parents, Abraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov, to give them. And then something happened. They started to talk bad languages. So Moshe Rabbeinu, he sent 12 spies to spy Eretz Canaan, and he told them, go look what's going on there. If the people there they feel comfortable, and they don't worry that we're gonna fight them, and if they are well armed, and how the people are there, and look how the land is. I mean, if there is their tzaddikim, so that with their zechut, with the merit, maybe we have problems to fight them. Just you know what it is, a spy. A spy, when there is wars between two countries, each country wants to know the strength of the other one, so they can use the weapon that they will win the war quick. So those are, at the beginning, Hashem said to Moshe, I don't want you to send spies there, because look what happened in Egypt. Egypt with Pharaoh. Look, I shout to the Jews all my strength in Egypt. So the same way that I use my strength in Egypt, I can use it against the people of Canaan. So I don't need. But the people, they said, well, the people said to Moshe Rabbeinu, of course we trust Hashem. We know that Hashem is the God. He's the one who created the world, and He promises the land to our parents. He's going to give us the land, and there is a lot of mitzvot that that we have to do in Eretz Israel. So, but still, we want to send some spies there to spy this land before we get in. So Hashem said to Moshe, okay, listen to them, but it's not. I'm not comfortable, because by going to spy Eretz Canaan, that means they don't trust me. That means, can you imagine Hashem, the King of the Kings, when He said something, you can trust Him, because they don't do what they don't go there with their emunah, so that means they don't trust me. Okay, but so I'm not with them. I will not help them. As we say, "Kol b'di shamayim chutz mirat shamayim." So I will not help them. Sometimes HaKadosh Baruch Hu will help when a man is in need. He has a big test, and he is in need, and he asks from Hashem, "Help me." HaKadosh Baruch Hu will help him. But here Hashem, He said, I will not help them, because I don't agree the way they ask that you want to go to to spy Eretz Canaan, while they know that I told them it's a good country, and I will help them to fight it and to have it, to live there, because all what they're doing now, it's not good. Okay, so as you know, the story goes on. The Jews, they sent 12 spies, they went to Eretz Israel, and when they come back, they start talking bad about Eretz Israel. So now the question is, how come that they talk bad about Eretz Israel? How? I mean, he knows that Hashem is the king of the kings. I mean, can you imagine when Hashem promises something, he will do it? I mean, how can they have doubt about Hashem? And what is the connection between this parasha of the spies, Shlach Lecha, and the president and the previous parasha of Be'alutcha? The end of that parasha of Be'alutcha, there we talk about Miriam. When Miriam, she spoke bad language, Lashon Hara, about Moshe, and she was punished. And this is a connection. Hashem said to the Jews, look what happened to Miriam, because Miriam, she spoke only a little bit about Moshe, and she did not speak bad about him. She just said why Moshe he left his wife, because she said why Moshe he left his wife, she got punished. She become lepers, tzara'at, because she spoke bad, and she was lepers for 7 days. And those people, they are talking bad about me. They are talking bad about Eretz Israel, and they even said that the people there are more stronger than Hashem. I mean, so HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he said, that's why this is the connection between those two parashiyot. So, because the connection is, those spies, they should learn from Miriam, what happened to Miriam, and they did not learn from Miriam. This is, so our question is, why they did not learn from Miriam? So we have two questions here. We have really a few quick. First, how those Jews spoke bad about Hashem, about Moshe, about Eretz Israel first. Second, why they had to go to spy Eretz Israel? Why they know Hashem doesn't want them to go? Third, we have another question. Why? We have another question. When Hashem punished them, why Hashem did not punish them with tzara'at? Why Hashem did not punish those people with tzara'at, with lepers? Miriam, she spoke bad about Israel, about Moshe Rabbeinu. She got the lepers, because the Gemara said, Mitzorah Mutze Shemra. Anyone who speaks bad about somebody else, his punishment is leper, la lepre, Mitzorah. So those people, they did not learn from Miriam that she became lepers because she spoke bad about Moshe. And they spoke bad about Moshe Rabbeinu, about Hashem, about the land of Israel. They were punished, but why they were not punished with the lepers? Hashem punished the whole Jews 40 years in the desert. 40 years in the desert. Why didn't he punish them? All, Mutze Shemra. Mitakin Gid Bida. Anyone who speaks bad, his punishment is lepers. Why they were not punished by lepers? This is some question that we have to ask. And the answer is, sometimes a man, when he sees that he has problems, he should think, why I have problems? We should not think that Hashem just gives problems for no reason. There is no problems for no reason. Each problem that a man have, it's a reason. There is a reason. There is nothing for no reason. There is nothing for no reason. I was in Antwerp this week, and I was shocked when a lady told me that her baby fed 5 stores. 1-year-old, 2-year-old baby. And unfortunately, the baby died. And she was crying. She told me, I accept. She's a religious woman. I accept what happened. But why? Help me, Rabbi David. Tell me, why that happened? So we started to talk. Of course, I have no answer for that. It's terrible, terrible. Somebody showed me a picture this week of a rabbi. He was praying with his tefillin, his talit, where a Nazi was shooting him during the Second World War. And I was shocked. I asked a question, why? I don't have no answer. I have no answer. But sometimes when we have problems, small problems, big problems, at least we should think why we have problems. Even me today, I have some problems as well. There's somebody who talk bad about me in newspapers. I don't know. And even me, I start to think why. All the good things I do, I have people's why. I don't understand why this man, he knows, they told him that he knows the truth. No, he just want to, he want to hurt me. He want to hurt the Torah, he want to hurt the people who follow me, he want to hurt, why? I don't know. But for me, boy Hishman, I have to think what this happened to me. Why? I was at my age, 62 years old, I have to suffer. Why? Of course I accept. I prefer shame. I prefer that Hashem punish me that way, that something bad happened to me, and something bad happened to the Jews. I prefer. And I prefer to get the shame in this world, not up there. I prefer. But still, my question is, why? So I have to find out. So I do a cheshbon nefesh. I think, maybe I did this, maybe I did not do this mitzvah, maybe I did this, because it's not possible that this man, he will hurt me for no reason. It's impossible that this man, he will hurt me for no reason. Newspapers, talk bad about me, while he knows it's not true. And we can prove him A plus B that he's lying, but what can we do? So I accept. What can I do? I accept. When Miriam, she became leprous, she thought at the beginning, she was right. When she was talking bad about Moshe, she had all reasons to talk bad about Moshe. Because she said to her brother, Aaron, why Moshe, our brother, he left his wife? For her, she's not doing something bad. But Hashem, so she couldn't think. So Hashem, he wanted to prove her that she's not right, because so Hashem punished her, and Hashem told her why he punished her. He told her, Moshe left his wife because he cannot be with his wife, and he cannot be with me or his wife. So I told him to leave his wife. So Hashem, he said to Miriam, why don't ask Moshe? Ask direct Moshe, why you left your wife? Maybe he will give you an answer. But why you talk to Aaron? You have a question? Ask the question to the man about who you are talking. Why you have to talk about him to somebody else? That's why Hashem, he was angry against Miriam. That's why he punished her. So the Meraglim, the spies who went to Israel, they should think, they said, oh, Boy Heshwan, how could you talk bad about Eretz Israel? How could you talk bad about Hashem? Look what happened to Miriam. Miriam, only because she said she thinks that they are true, she was punished. And we will talk bad about Eretz Israel. But now, what brings them to talk bad about Israel? So the question is, how they talk bad? The answer is because they did not have enough emunah. Because from the beginning, they shouldn't go to spy Eretz Israel. Because Hashem told them, the land of Israel is good. The land of Israel is good. Why did he not trust Hashem? Because he did not trust me. So something bad is going to happen from this visit that you're going to do to spy Israel, Eretz Israel, the land of Canaan. Because you should know something. Avera goret Avera. When you do Avera, another Avera will follow this Avera. Sometimes you think you're doing a mitzvah. But if you think a lot about this mitzvah, maybe a Avera could come out from this mitzvah. It's like you go to the synagogue. You go to the synagogue, and you know in the synagogue there is somebody there that you don't like. And it's impossible that if you go there, you will not fight him. So what it is, the advice I will give you, don't go there. Remain home. Because you know, if you go there, you will fight him. And if you fight him, you will do Avera. It's a sin in the synagogue. And then maybe you will curse him. Then maybe you will do another, then maybe you will do Lashon Hara, So, at the beginning, it's a mitzvah, you go to the synagogue. It's like, excuse me to tell you this, sometimes a man wants to go to synagogue on Shabbat in the car. It's better not to go to the synagogue in the car. It's better to remain home, to pray in the house, than doing a mitzvah and doing a Avera, doing a sin. It's better. Yeah, but I'm going to do a mitzvah, I want to go to pray. I want to go to the synagogue. But you're not allowed to do on Shabbat. It's like mitzvah. It's like mitzvah haba'a be'avera. It's like you're doing. It's like you want to go to do tzedakah, but you steal money to do tzedakah. And the mitzvah, I do tzedakah, but you steal the money. It's a avera. It's a mitzvah with a avera. So those people, when they want to spy is Eretz Canaan, they knew they're not allowed to. They knew that Hashem, He said it's good. Why you want to go? So yes, so they thought they're doing good thing to do it, but it's a bad thing. So from that, the outcome that happened, because they went without the willing of Hashem, so this talk bad about Eretz Israel, look what happened to them. So you see, Bo'o Heshvon, always a man should think, like Miriam. Before Miriam she will talk to Aaron, why she don't think, well, if Moshe left his wife, he's a prophet, Moshe, he must know what he's doing. So if she thought like this, she would not ask Aaron why Moshe left his wife, so she will not be punished. So all this, even on business, you want to do business, you think, what kind of business you want to do? How you do it, how you pay. You want to buy a house, $10 million house. But think, do you have the money? Yes, you have the deposit. Okay, but after the deposit, you will get a mortgage. From who you will get the money? Do you make enough money every month to pay the mortgage? It's like somebody who bought a Porsche. He was in love with Porsche. He bought a Porsche, but after he did not have money to pay the mortgage of the Porsche, so he lost the Porsche and he lost the money, and then his wife, she left him. You know, a lot of things happen. You must think before you do something. Think, worth it? It's not worth it. It's worth it. So now you understand. Miriam, she should think before she talk about Moshe. Those people, those spies as well. You should think. Look what happened to Miriam, because she did not think before she talked about Moshe. Look what happened to her. It's the same. Hashem said that the land of Canaan is good. Why we have to go there? Why we have to go there? Then because they did not think, so they just they were motivated to go to because they were very excited to go. So what happened? They thought it's a mitzvah, they are doing good thing by going to spy the land of Canaan. The outcome of this, Avera, they did a big sin, then started to talk bad. Avera, you do Avera, you will follow doing another Avera. You do a mitzvah, it will help you to do another mitzvah. Avera, great Avera, mitzvah, great mitzvah. So now you understand how much every time when you want to do something, you have to think. Look, usually when we see somebody, something bad happened to him, we will say, oh, poor man. Yes, but it's not enough just to say, oh, poor man. You think, that could happen even to me. how to prepare. If I saw this, that means, it could happen to me. I promise you, whenever I hear a bad news or something, always I think about myself, God forbid, it could happen to me. So I start to think, what can I do to God? What can I do to Hashem? How to preserve, to protect me, that this will not happen to me. I mean, Bo Heshbon, always to do Heshbon HaNefesh. Like we say in French, un bilan de conscience. Un bilan de conscience. Always I do a bilan. It's like a business. Or if you want to make money, if you don't want to lose money, if you want to know how is your money in the bank, how is your money is invested, what's going in your factory, in your warehouse. You have people who accountant to see what's going in the business. Otherwise, you maybe you take more money out of the business and then you will have nothing left. We have to be careful that the money you take enough for you, enough you have to live in the business so you can. I mean, this is what an accountant is about. To know what's going on. A lot of people do bankrupt because they think there is money in the bank, so they use it, and after they see that they eat all the capital and there is nothing left. But Heshbon, look at Korach, what happened to him. Korach, he fighted Moshe Rabbeinu. Think before you fight. Is it worth it or not worth it? Yes, I want to be like Moshe. Are you like Moshe? To be like him? It's not everyone is like Moshe to be like him. Look what it was his end. His end up bad. I mean, my friend, whenever something bad happens, you must think. You must do a bilan de conscience. Those spies who went to Israel, to spy Israel, you should see what happened to Miriam. And to think, look what happened to Miriam. Because she spoke bad about Moshe, look what happened to her. Because she didn't think before she did what she did. So, that if you would think about what happened to Miriam, so they could maybe listen to Hashem, not to go to spy. But because they did not think about what happened to Miriam, look what they did, look at the outcome of that, and they were punished. So now, we have a big question. Those spies who went to spy Eretz Canaan, and so instead a beautiful question. Why the Torah did not say that those spies, they want to spy the Shiva Amamim, the 7 nations? Why they only, the Torah said that they want to spy the nation of Canaan? What the Torah did not say that they want to spy the 7 nations? This is a beautiful question that I saw yesterday. And I thought, where the Torah said only Eretz Canaan, excuse me to tell you this. Can you imagine if the Torah will say that they want to spy the 7 nations and they will talk bad about the 7 nations, about the lead of the 7 nations? Their punishment will be extremely difficult, hard. Maybe they will remain in the desert hundreds of years. So the Torah, Hashem is beautiful. Hashem is fantastic. Hashem said that they only spy Eretz Canaan. So they talk only bad about Eretz Canaan. So that they will get only 40 years punishment to remain in the desert. Can you imagine if the Torah will say that despite the 7 nations during 40 years, maybe Hashem will punish them 40 years for each nation that they spy and they talk bad about that nation. Hitti, Ibusi, Gigashi, etc., etc. Hashem, that's what the Torah said, only, the Jews were punished, they want to spy Eretz Canaan, 40 days, and they were they spoke bad about Eretz Canaan, and they were punished midah keneged midah. For the 40 days that they spied there, and they talked bad about what they saw during the 40 days, they were punished for 40 years. But now we have another question. For me, already you see how much Hashem, He's fantastic, He's good, He's nice. Now we have a question, why Hashem did not punish them with tzaraat, with lepers? And now we see, as we see, Miriam, she talked bad about Moshe, her punishment was lepers. And the connection between this parasha of the spies and the parasha of Miriam, because they did not learn from her. They did not take Musar from her. That she talked bad about Moshe, she got punished. And they talk bad about Eretz Israel, about the land of Canaan. So she put punishment. So our question, why Hashem did not punish them with lepers? The answer is fantastic. Even when Hashem punished a Jew, HaKadosh Hashem, he tried not to make it, not to punish him too much. Just can you imagine the whole Jews that they talk bad, because when those 12 spies came from Eretz Canaan, they spoke bad about Hashem, why Hashem want to take us there, and they spoke bad about Moshe. They started a revolution against Moshe, and they started to talk bad. And all the Jews, they started crying, they started to talk bad about Moshe Rabbeinu, about Hashem, why Moshe did do that to us, why Hashem he want to kill us there, why? So big Lashon Hara, Hashem will punish them with tzaraat, with lepers. But can you imagine, the whole Jews have lepers, is not good for them. Hashem, he didn't want that the whole Jews. And if somebody has lepers, he must leave the camping of where the Jews were living. Can you imagine that only children, only the women will remain in the camp, and other men outside the camp? What a bizayon, what a disaster. That's why Hashem, he preferred to punish them 40 years in the desert, and not to give them this big shame to have all of them lepers. Just imagine, the whole Jews have lepers during 40 years. So can you imagine what, it's not covered for Hashem that he will remain alone in the camp and the Mahane and the whole Jews outside. Moshe Rabbeinu, you know what David HaMelech Alav Hashem said? Akut bedor va'omar am to'eh levavehem vehem lo yadou derechai. Those 40 years that the Jews were in the desert as a punishment because they spoke bad about Eretz Israel, they could have lepers, but Hashem, he didn't want to give them that kind of punishment. He preferred that Hashem preferred that they will remain alone in the desert 40 years. In the desert, 40 years. Badad v'midvar. All this because he did not learn from Miriam that she talked bad about Moshe. So my friend, I would just to tell you how much every one of us, before he does something, he should think before he does it. Is it good or no good? What he's doing. Sometimes he might think it's good what he's doing. But you should think the outcome of what you think is good that you want to do. Maybe it's not good. Like somebody yesterday, he told me, I want to divorce my wife because this. And he said, I think this is the best. I took the best resolution. I told him, because she cursed you. Yes, she cursed me all the time. I said, is it worth it? What about the children? Think. Maybe give her a chance. Maybe she can do teshuvah. And I started to talk to him. Yes, you're excited, you want to divorce. You think you're doing good things. it's good for you, it's good for her, it's good for the children. But maybe it's a mistake. Give a chance. And thanks God, did it peace. I have problems. I never had in my life problems like now. And I don't know why. But it must be a reason. Maybe I did a sin. Maybe something. I'm thinking. I try to correct myself. I did not do a sin to a man, but maybe I did a sin. I don't know. Maybe I did something wrong in my life. I don't know. But I know one thing. I have to think. I have to correct. I have to repair. And I have to accept. بقوا حشبون رح شوف حشبونه شو العالم. And I would like just to finish with this. One day, the big rabbi of Ponevich, his name is Rabbi Yosef Shlomo Kanaman Alav Shalom. And one day, he went to the yeshiva. And he saw the students. And he told them, I want to ask you a question. So all the students started to listen. What kind of question? He told them, if we one of you, when he finish the Amida, he has a pasuk. Like me, my name is David. I have my pasuk. Dirshu Hashem ve'ozo bakishu panav tamid. It's a pasuk. It's a pasuk that if a woman or a man, they must have a pasuk who represent their name. And so the rabbi, he told them, do you know, everyone here, do you know your pasuk? Everyone said, yes, I know my pasuk, I know my pasuk. So the rabbi told them, why, after the Amidah, we say the pasuk? Why the Amidah, everyone, he has a pasuk in his name? Why? And he answered that the Shlah HaKadosh said, it's a segula. It's very important to know your name, because when a man died, he forgot his name. And the Malachim asked him, what's your name? He forgot his name, because when he saw the Malachim, when he said the angels, he's so afraid, so he forgot his name. What's your name? He don't know. He doesn't know. But he remembered the pasuk. So he told, but the pasuk he will not forget. So the rabbi, this is what the Shlah said. So the rabbi, the Rosh Yeshiva of Ponevich, he asked them, every day we call you Moshe, thousands of times we call your name Moshe. And how it's possible that 1,000 times a day we call your name Moshe, and your name you forget it? And the pasuk that you repeat only 3 times in the Amidah, you don't forget it. How it's possible? How it's possible? So the rabbi told them a beautiful answer. He told them, listen children, when a man die, when he see the Malachim coming to judge him, he's so afraid. So even his name he forget it. The only thing that stay in his mind, the Torah, the pasuk that he studied in his life. Because the Torah it's nitzchit, the Torah it's fabulous. The Torah, Ashrei mi sheba lekam v'talmod ober. The Torah never you forget it. You will forget your name. You will forget even your wife. You will forget that you have children. You will forget everything, but not the Torah. Because the Torah it's nitzchit. When you finish the Amidah and you say your name with the pasuk, it's right in your heart, in your head. You don't forget it. If you forget your name, the pasuk, you will not forget it. It's terrible. When a story like this, it gives you to think a lot of things. How much a man should not ignore each mitzvah that he's doing. Only that mitzvah that he's doing, which will help him. If you have problems, like problems that I'm going through now, it's nothing compared to the real problem that could have up there. So I have to accept them and think maybe there's something to correct. I wish you, all of you, bracha v'atzlacha, and God bless you. Take care.